But if you are a person going through depression, just know that you have all the power and you're in control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you choose to go that route, that's the route you're going to go. But no matter what, you got to try to dig yourself out the mud because you only have one opportunity. So for me, like, you got to go hard at whatever it is, you know.
Young bass guy, and I'm bass with the Martians, 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 Martians.
Boom! It's your boy Mars 3 times. This is the Mars Files, powered by 1AM Radio. We are live at M7 Studios. Shout out to YD.
Shout out Mars,
his studio.
Man. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, man, for letting me do some interviews here.
Most definitely.
So I kind of just want to start at the beginning, brother. Where are you from?
I'm born in North Miami Beach, Florida. I'm Puerto Rican. So yeah, I'm from NMB, Miami, and I moved to Miramar, so I'm kind of from both sides, Miami and Broward.
Okay. What was it like growing up in North Miami? Like, what was your experience?
We came from the bottom, man. So, I grew up shopping in a thrift store. I learned at a young age to be appreciative of things. And, when I got older, everything changed. We moved to a better place. So when I was in Miami, things weren't so good. When I moved to Broward, we was on the come up. So it was a very humbling experience.
What was the cause of the switch up?
Well, we just did better, you know what I'm saying? My mom and my dad, they made a little bit more money. We was able to get a nicer spot in Broward, so, we moved on up.
Word. So you're Puerto Rican from obviously from Puerto Rico,
yeah,
but...
I'm born and raised in Miami, but, my heritage is...
Have you ever been to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I've been there.
What's Puerto Rico like compared to, like, here?
It's like imagine being on South Beach the whole time. Like, it's a beach. There's ocean everywhere, fish, like seafood, like partying. It's like, it's a good vibe. It's an island vibe.
Yeah. Is it, I'm sure there's, like, bad places there, too. Like.
Oh, yeah, you can't go to certain hoods. Like, same like Jamaica. You go to certain hoods, you can't really go there without knowing people.
Is your family there, like, well off, or are they...
Nah, they're not rich. They don't live in the, the gutter. Like, there's only about 2 of them over there, but everywhere is the hood pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a third world country, but everybody ain't doing so great. You know what I'm saying? So my family, they doing their thing, surviving, but they're not struggling. Like they're not poor.
Do you know, like, what your, like, ancestry is, or like,
Man,
like before Puerto Rico?
I always wanted to do, them little online things.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do something like that. So there's obviously a reason my hair is a certain way, the color of your skin, your eyes, and shit like that. So I would love to actually.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you have, like, more fair skinned people in your family? Because, like, I don't know. I feel like Puerto Ricans tend to be, like, lighter.
Exactly. So our group, like, my last name, the Carrasco, that's my last name. So all of us are pretty much this skin color. But I got cousins, your complexion. My grandma's your complexion. It's a little weird when you see it, but then, like, you got the dark mixed with the dark. They made more dark ones, so it was like I got everyone's in my family is pretty much every skin color. It's crazy.
Yeah. What was that like? Growing up, like, did you face, like, racism?
When I first moved to Cooper City, is when I first experienced racism. Like, when I first moved, so I'm from North Miami Beach. Where I first moved to was Cooper City. So, they was calling me the N-word, all that, you know what I'm saying? So it was real when I first moved. I had no clue that racism existed until I moved. When I was in Miami, you don't know. It's just...
Yeah.
Everyone, lived the same. We all from the same neighborhood. Everybody's parents make the same money. But when you move to where I moved to, big difference. Like,
yeah, what was that like? Like, how'd that make you feel, I guess?
When it comes to racism, man, like, again, everybody in my family is of a different shade, so we don't see color, you know what I'm saying? And when I moved to where I moved to, there was it wasn't everybody in the neighborhood wasn't like that. It was just...
Yeah, but I'm sure, like, Cooper City, there's a bunch of, like, rednecks.
Yeah,
like,
it is what it is.
People.
Yeah, exactly. So it ain't all white people. It's just those cats, you know what I'm saying? And they felt the way they felt. They said what they said. They tried to jump me, but, it didn't go down like that.
Yeah, I'm curious, did you have to, like, fight a lot to defend yourself, or
people,
not really?
A lot of people like that talk shit, you know what I'm saying? They say what they say, and then when you bring them to your crib or whatever, they see who got your back and stuff like that, then, they pretty chicken out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So they walked me all the way down to my house, and once they seen, my brother, my old boy, and stuff like that,
they had a different feeling.
Yeah, they never came back. But
So how'd you end up getting into music?
So music, my whole life, my dad, DJ. My uncle's a DJ, so music. My dad always played it. Growing up, played it in the house, and then probably when I was in elementary school, man, I started rapping when I was about 13, 14. Started doing my rap thing. My parents bought me like karaoke machines, so I've been doing this shit like a long ass time, like for real.
What kind of music did your uncle and your dad DJ?
So my uncle, like my dad was just just DJ music in the house first. My uncle was more the show DJ, so he does like his name's Tony Carrasco. You could search him up, but he's like a underground New York house music. So if you know the music from the '90s, it's not techno, it's something like that, but it's like underground like hip hop house music. So like Madonna would make this underground house music with this beat. He'll DJ that shit, like one of those DJs.
Okay. And you said you got like a karaoke machine when you were 13, 14. Like,
Yeah.
At what point did you like start recording music like in an actual studio?
So the first record, and I still actually have the disc. It's in my office. I have a I was 13 years old, and that was my first time ever in like a big studio, and I still have the record. So I wrote the song. I downloaded the beat off I don't know where at the time. Went to the studio, probably booked like 4 hours, through my uncle and shit, and we got it done. So that was like the first real experience I had. Like,
I mean, what was that like being? Do you remember like being in the first?
yeah, I remember it. It was crazy because my personality when I was young, like I kind of knew what I wanted. So when I would go to the barbershop, I would tell them like, "Yo, I want a tape, I want a skin fade, I want a part," and they would like be amazed because I was so young. So when I went to the studio, I never recorded in a studio, but I used to record myself. So I kind of like was like, let me put my ad libs in and shit like that. And he was laughing. The dude was laughing because I was so young, but it sounded good. I sounded like a little girl, to be honest. If I play it back for you, it's crazy.
Okay. I guess moving forward and like where you are right now, like I mean, how come like since you've been doing it since you were 13, like what do you think it is that you haven't like really like broken? You know what I'm saying? Like why haven't you really like taken off?
Yeah. So the game now, I've been at a few levels. Since I've been 18, I've been real business about it. Doing shows, studio, etc., etc. So now, as a grown man, and I'm in the game still, I got a studio and all that. What it is you have to have a team, and it's of course I have a team, but it's beyond just your friends and people you grew up with. Like you have to have. You want to get into the for real music business, and you've been doing it years, and you're not this one hit wonder that you've been doing it. You have to have a publicist, a team. You have to have the finances. So what I'm working on now is something I've always been missing, is the finances, that internet presence. That's what we focused on now.
And I mean, what things are you doing to focus on the internet presence?
So now we have a few more people on the team, and we're also searching for more people, to help put the music out. So that's publicists,
So you're saying you're working on getting like a PR?
Yeah, we're working on that now. Like, we're in the studio. I got producers coming every day. Like, we got a whole bunch of producers, with the team rocking with us. So, we're working on shit like that.
How do you feel about ghostwriters?
Ghostwriters, I'm young, but I'm old school at the same time. So there's a difference between, a talented person who is entertaining apart from somebody that writes the lyrics. So if you are an artist that's popping and you got a songwriter, I mean, I don't take nothing from you. Like you're entertaining, but I want to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have my own lyrics, write my own lyrics. So ghostwriting is a talent of his own, and being in front of the camera, being on videos is another talent of his own. So if you have both, more power to you. You know what I'm saying?
Word, definitely. How did this whole studio come about?
So the studio, like this spot right here, man, like I've always been rapping, you know what I'm saying? So I've always had a studio I've always had it in my bedroom. Then I built a studio in my garage. Then I built one in the back of the barbershop. Then I built one in my boy's apartment. And then I had, I've been a barber as well for 10 years. So about 5 years ago, I rented an office up the street, and I put a studio on one half and a barbershop on the other half. And at first it was a studio just to record my music. I had a few meetings with people, said I got to get this team, so on and so forth. So I did that to recruit a team, have my own headquarters, and then, so on. But surely, what I'm saying, I know a lot of people, a lot of people wanted to be, part of the studio and wanted to record. I had some dope prices, so it turned into this. So it got like in my old spot, you couldn't smoke. So That's the reason I had to leave, because you couldn't smoke in there.
How much do you smoke, you think?
It's a shame, man, but we out here, man. Like we in here, like.
You know what's crazy is I used to smoke weed like so much weed, and then around like 24, 25, I started getting like crazy like panic attacks from it. I don't know why, but
The worst that's happened to me, I probably couldn't breathe, but that's normal. That's what weed does to you sometimes. Like you're so
wait,
high,
you couldn't breathe for how long?
maybe like an hour. I mean, you could breathe, but you just feel like you can't, like your chest. So that's why I don't smoke papers, ladies and gentlemen. That shit gets me like that.
Wait, so papers did that to you?
It makes no sense, but that's exactly what they do. You smoke some gas out of a paper, I don't know, it does something to me. I don't like papers. I smoke grab leaves.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy as fuck. How do you feel about the weed in Florida?
The shit that's out of dispensaries, man, I'm a big weed critic, is trash. It's
Have
not
you
that
been to
great.
like dispensaries and shit down here?
I haven't been to it, but I got some of the bud from there. I wouldn't really. It was
Really?
alright, but you know, we smoking Cali bud like the best.
Yeah.
The best of the best, so. It's alright. Like, if you don't smoke like that, it's good, but if you like a critic like myself,
I mean, do you have a favorite strain of weed?
I mean, OG's always been my favorite weed. But now, man, there's so much different flavors out, bro. Like, you got cookies, you got fucking cakes, there's like all type of shit, so it's like anything that's gas, GAS, like, it's my favorite right now.
Word. If somebody's never heard your music, what's the first song they should listen to?
The first song is it's called Social Issues. It's a song on my last album. The title of my album is my last album, 50 Shades of Gas. So the first song you're gonna hear is it's not the first song, it's probably track 4, but that's my most played record like ever in my life. It's called Social Issues. It's actually an R&B record.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're dabbling in R&B stuff?
Yeah, like, man, long time ago, you know, I've listened to my share of artists growing up. Everybody, you know, I love R&B, rap, so on and so forth. But there's this Jamaican artist by the name of Vibes Cartel. You ever listen to him? He got like 5, 6 voices. So in the beginning, you know, if my voice was high pitched, I would try to make it deep, or if this sound like this. But now I just, whatever voice comes out, whatever vibe comes out is what I do. So, you know, other artists I've listened to that I'm a fan of showed me that, you know what I'm saying, and I use that.
Do you engineer your own stuff also?
Yeah, I do everything, you know what I'm saying? I turn on the computer, I mix all my shit. When it comes down to mixing my project, when I want to put it out, you know, we're in a competition.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists that got good quality, so I do get an engineer to mix the final draft, but the whole process, you know, I'm working with house engineers, everybody's from the crib, everybody, you know, is on the team. You know what I'm saying? And we do it right here. Engineer my music. I got a TV screen in the booth. I got a wireless mouse and keyboard, and I do it all just like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You produce your own stuff also?
No, I don't produce. I don't produce as far as making beats.
How come? I mean, you've been. I feel like you've been doing like the engineering stuff like for so long. How come you never dabbled in producing?
So instead of producing, what I taught myself to do was edit videos. So I know how to edit music videos. So I've always edited my videos. Now I got my boy Foreign Flex TV. You know, we team up. We both got video equipment. You know what I'm saying? We both got a little bit of experience. He's much better than I am, by the way. Like, he's the shit. So when it comes to videoing, I'm his assistant as well as the artist. You know what I'm saying? So we work hand in hand. We come back to the studio. We edit it in-house together. Majority of the time, he does all the work. He's, you know, the video guy. But, you know, we got that team mentality that if I want to get on the computer and, you know, touch it up, I can. So.
Word.
What I'm teaching myself how to produce now. So.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What are you using?
We right now, we got Fruity Loops, we got Ableton. Like, I got 5, 6 producers, so pretty much whatever they use. Like, I don't know how to use the programs. I'll stand behind them now and I'll like make the beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, put this sound here. I could do that, but I just can't make it.
What's stopping you, man?
Oh, nothing's stopping me. Just, you know, it's a lot of time now. So my focus is being an artist. You know what I'm saying? I do have the studio. I got to deal with all that, but the main focus is being an artist. So. You know, I let go of the video thing. I still do it, but right now, just strictly artist. Like, you know, if I got to get in there and mix my own record, I do that. But that's it, just strictly artist. That's basically what's holding me back from pursuing that.
I feel it. What do you got coming? What's next for YD?
So, man, what's coming? We got, you know, when we come to M7 Studios, the house, you know, we got a lot of renovations. You know, we blessed by God over here. We got a lot of support, you know. everyone that I'm associated with, like yourself, is doing their thing. So we all come this far. I got a new mixtape by the name of Palace. I'm on my Nike shit. All I wear is Nike. So so this new mixtape is called Palace, Pallas, which is the Greek father of the god of Nike. So it's like Nike God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why only Nike? You don't fuck with Adidas, bro?
Nah.
Why?
Not anymore. I mean, it's a preference thing. When I was young, I've always played sports. So I've always wanted to get signed to Nike as an athlete. So now in the music, I dibbled and dabbled in the designer shit, but man, I'm a sweatpants wearing type dude. I rock my sweats all day, and Nike's just that drip for me. You know what I'm saying? Nike socks, shoes, sneakers, laces. That's how we do it.
I feel it. Is there anything that we missed that you want to talk about?
Just anybody thinking they can't do it, man, you don't got to be the most popping dude around to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? You could be in your little circle of people or in a bigger circle than that. You know what I'm saying? You grind hard, you could be anything you want. So, I'm a product of, I'm still trying to get somewhere I want to be, but there's a lot of things people congratulate me for, you know what I'm saying? But I don't
How does that feel when somebody congratulates you? Because that shit be happening to me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not even halfway to where I want to be.
Yeah, for me, I appreciate it because it's real. Even one of your homies, right? I got homies that be in the studio with me every day, and they actually know all the lyrics. I appreciate that. Regardless if you're my homie or not, they into the art, what you're doing. So when your homies and even people that are not your homies, they congratulate you is humbling. You know what I'm saying? It just shows to yourself. It just shows you working hard. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So now being the person that they're congratulating, we don't settle. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, thank you. This is not where I want to be, but yo, I appreciate it. But they just fueling the way. So if they congratulating you for what you're doing now, you're in the right place, and you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. This is kind of a weird question, but I'm curious. I'm curious on your take on it, because to me you don't really seem like a depressed person. You know what I mean? Do you deal with depression?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, I'm human. I've been through depression before. The whole relationship shit. People, family dying, and things like that. But my whole take on everything now is for real, we got one chance to live. There's not many opportunities. I don't know what anybody else believes in, but me myself, we have one opportunity. So certain people's circumstances are different. People get picked on, so I'm not saying it's easy to deal with depression, because it's not. But if you are a person going through depression, just know that you have all the power and you're in control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you choose to go that route, that's the route you're going to go. But no matter what, you got to try to dig yourself out the mud, because you only have one opportunity. So for me, you got to go hard at whatever it is,
I'm curious, what time do you wake up every day? What time do you wake up?
So every day, the question is not when I wake up, it's when the fuck I get home and go to sleep. So I leave the studio every day. Probably leave here 5 to 6 o'clock. We got, I'm a workhorse. I don't just own the studio. I clean the studio. I'm here. I'm an artist too. I got my own separate thing that I do. I'm an artist. I'm in the studio 24/7. But besides that, I lead by example. So I got people that work with me. I wouldn't ask you to do something that I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I open and close this. Well, my boy Ellis opens it. I close it. But if he's here, we close it together. We're here smoking, watching the cameras, doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Creating whatever we're doing. But 6:30, I get home 7 a.m. Then when I get home, I'm on Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying?
Have you finished it?
Yeah, I don't miss. Yeah, I've watched every Game of Thrones.
How do you feel about the ending?
People are hating, man.
Bro, I'm so mad about it, dude.
Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you the truth. Game of Thrones is the best show for a reason. Your favorite characters died. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets people intrigued in the show. So everyone dies. So that gets you to watch it. There's never a happy ending because everyone dies anyway. So the end, they should have let the fucking dragon burn.
John.
Yeah, they should have let him burn John. Show that he's a Targaryen and let him be flameless or whatever like that. That's all they could have added. But I think the message was be careful what you ask for. He never wanted to be the king. Period. He always said he didn't. Till the end, he didn't get to be the king. You know what I'm saying?
You know that they could have the guy who wrote the books or whatever was ready to do more seasons.
They should have.
But like the directors were going to try. They were trying to go shoot something
Yeah,
else.
like listen, man. To the directors, y'all rushed it. Like,
Yeah,
it
bro.
was good, but like that's the best show on TV. You got people of all colors, ages. Like I'm in the studio, we smoking 6 blunts, watching Game of Thrones with like 6 dudes. It's a big room, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's tuned in. Like
Yeah,
it's like that. Yeah.
No, I mean it was an amazing show except for like the last season because I mean it was rushed. Like it could have gone longer. It could have panned out different.
Yeah.
It didn't have to go like that.
I'm a little let down, but I hope they gotta do something. If not, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like the.
If not, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna finish. If not, I'm just going back to Power.
I never got into Power.
That's that show.
Yeah.
My song was actually supposed to be the intro of that show. It's crazy story, but it didn't end up happening. But regardless, like that show's real.
I gotta give it a chance.
It's nothing like Game of Thrones. It's different, but
I feel like it's probably like Game of Thrones, just like a different.
It's like a
different
like a
time.
New York street drug dealer type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lit. It's definitely lit.
I guess then where can people find you at?
Yeah, man, you can follow me anywhere at YDTHEBEST, YDTHEBEST. Google me, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter. I got all my music is on iTunes. It's on everywhere else, you know what I'm saying? But everybody got Apple now.
Yeah.
So yeah, got to be on iTunes, as well as everybody everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So YDTHEBEST everywhere. Come see me at the studio. You want to do a feature? Come hit me up. You want to work at the studio? Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. Got any shout outs or anything? Any last words?
Man, just want to shout out my whole team, man, the whole M7 squad, all my producers, man. Shout out my boy Mars, man. I've followed him for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Before he was even doing this, I knew who he was. He was always working, so shout out everyone that's going hard, man. My video guy, all my engineers, my producers, my mom, my dad, God, you know what I'm saying, for everything, and, you know, everybody watching, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yo, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me use the studio. I really appreciate it.
You, bro.
This is the Mars Files.